let's get to the Bezos-sponsored Met Gala. The Met Gala brought to you by Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez.
It's a prime time.
It is. You know that they paid $10 million to sponsor it?
I don't want, and maybe I'm glad to see that the artists are still out, and I want that, but I don't want him to have anything to do with it.
I think the artists don't want that either.
Money makes the world go round. I mean, there were a lot of protests in general last night, just about like wealth distribution, also like, politics in different parts of the world. But what are your thoughts on Bezos, Adam? Give me something light.
The thing about it that I think is actually interesting, before we get into the outfits, which we are going to do, is that Anna Wintour is the person that runs this whole thing. And, you know her from Devil Wears Prada and that sort of thing, or at least the simulacra of her character. But anyway, the whole thing was always, you got an invitation or you didn't.
Yeah. And that's it. That's all. You can't buy your way in. Or you can't
buy your way in.
You can't hustle your way in. Mm-hmm. You can't do any of that. And a lot of those parties are invite only in Hollywood and New York, but they're invite only until you make sure you're invited.
But she made sure it was only the cool kids.
Yeah.
And you can love that or hate that, but it was always about tastemakers collaborating, coming in, and obviously supporting the Met, which is a huge arts museum and that sort of thing. And
I knew that forever. I always knew that was...
It is a charity, technically.
I knew that the Met was that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But here's the thing. People are saying, well, now you can't buy your way in at the bottom, but you can at the top. Because there's no way, and let's just call it what it is, that Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez would have been invited had they not sponsored it. I guess they were a little short on budget this year or something and needed these two to cough up the money, which they did. And so people are going, so we've lost control of the Met Gala then.
Well, and I understand, I do, that Vogue is in a tricky financial place. But would the Met, and forgive me, explain like I'm 5, would the Met Ball just not have happened? Is the museum in trouble if Bezos?
I don't think it's in trouble.
Then why was it? Was that the only option?
You know what? I don't know.
I mean, if it got Rihanna and Beyonce in the same room,
which it did,
with Bad Bunny as an old papa, I get it. And I liked that. Yeah. However, at what cost?
Well, that's the controversy. Yeah. And again, I don't think anyone's ever going to know the full details about how that got signed on.
Did all of these artists know? Yeah. Did all of these folks know?
I think people knew.
Knew beforehand, yeah.
Yeah, I think people knew. I think it was known. And, the thing is that for a lot of us who have lives, we don't really pay attention to this stuff until day of, it's the Met Gala. Let's check out the outfits on the internet, because that's literally what people do, right? Yeah. And I know my mom was actually, her friends have a place across from the Met. And so she was there last night taking pictures and video on the street.
I was like, excuse me, Marilyn.
Like a super fan. She was like, oh, wow. And she got pictures of Jay-Z and Beyonce zoomed in. But it's grainy iPhone footage. But she still thought it was pretty cool. So I don't want to stay on that part of it for too long, because, it's kind of a downer. Let's talk about the fun stuff, which are the people that showed up. And Jax, you have a couple that you really loved.
I have a couple that I love, but before we get into that, I do want to say, because you were just saying that, your mom was across the street. Have you ever heard what the red carpet actually sounds like at the Met?
No, I don't know what it
sounds like. An angry hell.
It's chaos.
It's absolutely. I saw Madonna on the clip of her, and you always hear people in the background, especially with paparazzi and stuff like that. And I saved it. Steph, I'll send this to you to put in the episode. Listen to this, Adam.
Oh, a lot of yelling.
It's just.
But that's what red carpets are.
No. But it's like.
Looking around, guys. This way. Looking left, Madonna.
You know how we've done red carpets. You've done a lot of them. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. Red carpets are chaos. They're yelling, but it's a lot of yelling. It almost sounded like dystopian, Madonna. It was kind of. You know what I mean? It was It was a heavy feeling.
If you're a photographer and you get a good shot, though, that could make your year.
No, I know that, but it's just usually you can hear ha ha in the background, but there wasn't any ha-has. I saw a lot, including Connor Story. I saw a lot of the celebrities sneaking off behind the curtain to go have a smoke, and I feel like that was the only place that they probably got peas, because obviously there's a lot of heaviness around. Not only were we the ones dressed up for the Met today, you saw Rihanna.
Yes.
Rihanna is back. You saw ASAP.
It's nice to see her making some public appearances again.
Did you see how good her and ASAP look, though? Also, there's a couple of really good photos of ASAP Rocky, her husband, mom and dad's big night out.
Yeah.
There's one photo. It's like he's looking into my body, into my soul, into my spirit. I'll share it with you.
You have a bit of a crush on ASAP?
Do you not have a crush on
He's a good-looking
Asa?
boy.
Okay, look.
He's a good-looking boy.
Look at this. Look at this man. Look at that man.
Yeah, he looks good. He looks
That's
good.
the way I feel.
It's hard to pull off pink like that too.
In
He
my
looks
suit,
good.
He can pull off anything. Tiana Taylor kind of looked like she was, those people who hide in the woods with guns. Yeah. And go get it. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
I all for it. But what is that? The hunters. What is that? The suit called?
I don't know what the suit's called.
It's it looks like grass. You told me not to. I was going to buy one on Amazon for years ago for a video because I wanted to be like a shrub, and you said you look like a shooter. What's that called again?
You do look.
Steph's got hot.
What is it, Steph?
A ghillie suit.
Ghillie suit.
Ghillie suit, yeah.
Okay.
Ghillie suit because that's what people wear when they have guns, and I don't like guns. Okay,
When they're snipers.
You heard it here first. Maybe it's just because I like her and I like her whenever she's out. I like the way Nicole Kidman looked. Like she looked like she was.
She was there with her daughter with Keith Urban.
Yes, and
he was not there.
Keith was nowhere to be seen.
Well, I think that Keith doesn't get invites to that anymore. Nicole Kidman is the invite.
Can I ask a sidebar question?
Sure.
Do you think he's cut his hair yet?
No, I don't.
Because I think you can get away with that haircut if you're with.
Liz, I'll give you my full bias on Keith Urban. I love Keith Urban. I'm not. I think he's one of the nicest people I've ever met or interviewed. Classy guy. I don't know what happened with him and Nicole, but I will tell. I will not sit here and badmouth Keith Urban.
I think he's wonderful. And listen, I know for a fact that nice people can have bad haircuts. I've had many of them. I've had many of them. I may have one right now.
If he was my friend, I would be like, buddy, we gotta work on that.
You know what that means though? He's good in intimate.
Is that what you think?
Bleep this out, but Keith Urban.
Listen, you can have a bad, you can have a bad haircut, but if you're good at guitar, it doesn't matter.
He was good at something, but yeah, no, he was not there. Nicole looks great. Yeah, Beyonce, first time in 10 years, and she was co-chair, wasn't she? Like, there's like the chair of the Met Gala. I learned so much about the Met Gala, and of course, Jay-Z. I mean, Jay-Z looked like Jay-Z. I don't really have much to say on him. It was just about Beyonce all night for me. I didn't think that she would come. A lot of people on TikTok were saying that she sounded sad, kind of like nervous and sad.
She's when she speaks into a microphone, like in an interview or whatever she does, she's a bit soft spoken.
So soft spoken, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's probably why. And a lot of people think about the amount of times in your life that you've heard not Beyonce sing, but Beyonce speak. It's not a lot. She doesn't do a lot of interviews.
Like that's, yeah. Like it's like the only spoken word I can think of is like in her musically. So that's
and she
not
did
really,
an Oprah interview like 20 years ago. That's people still quote or whatever. But like she's not big on interviews.
The thing is too, she doesn't need to go anywhere. Her and Rihanna both, they don't need to come out of the woodwork. They can just live their lives, mind their business, and stay home and collect. Like it was her first time in 10 years.
Yep.
I love that Sabrina Carpenter was there.
She looked
fantastic, and also did a song.
With Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks,
yeah.
Yes, very cool.
It was Landslide, wasn't it?
Yep,
Landslide. And I've never seen Fleetwood Mac. I've never seen Stevie. You have, I know.
Oh, amazing.
I would have died, and she looked fantastic. I'd never want to be like, these were the outfits, these weren't. I didn't love the way Hailey Bieber looked like. I think she looked like a superhero, and I think that she deserved better because I think the internet finds any reason to give her a hard time, and I think that she could have maybe worn something. Stephanie,
it is a Wonder Woman-ish kind of thing. You're right.
And last night, like, a lot of people had very interesting outfits, Tiana Taylor included. But I didn't like this one. I just thought she deserved better last night. And Justin was not there.
The theme was fashion is art.
Fashion is art. Yeah.
It was costume art.
Now, yes. I want to say. Wait,
are you gonna? Oh, I think don't
have
steal
you
Bad
seen
Bunny.
Heidi Klum?
No, okay, but
I don't know how you didn't see.
This is the. She always steals the show, right?
I've been on Met TikTok all night.
Look at this.
Oh, I did see her.
But you didn't know it was her.
Didn't know it was her.
I didn't know.
You didn't know it was Heidi, did you?
I have seen Heidi.
Isn't that crazy? It looks like a statue in a Greek backyard.
Like,
but also incredible.
You know the person that comes to the party and you're it and I'm it. That doesn't take the costume theme seriously. And then
That's
like you've put in like a really hard work and like you've gotten all your decorations ready and then they come over and they like didn't care. That's everybody. Heidi Klum, she robbed somewhere like to get like she always looks fantastic.
I want to know her makeup team. Like how much money and time does she spend?
Has she had to say I won because her party is obviously iconic. her Halloween party.
Yeah, well, I was talking about this with somebody yesterday, and like she dressed as a worm one year for her Halloween
that's
party.
my
was
favorite
crazy.
one.
And that's it's kind of, I mean, it was very Halloween, right? It's like kind of gross and kind of scary, and you didn't even know it was her. That's what's so cool.
You know what what has Heidi like beyond? Is she still working?
Oh yeah, like I think she I mean, she did she not do top model for years or something? Or no, not top model, designer.
I'm sure.
She
I
had
mean,
designer
I'm
show
sure she's incredibly talented. I just focus mostly on when she's like dressed as a worm. I like when like really hot people are weird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she's bizarre at home.
She's
for
her
sure.
own person.
Yeah, she is her own person for sure.
Her and Seal, when they were together, used to come in crazy outfits too.
Editorial work, Linda Hay, longtime makeup artist for red carpet events. Editorial work, and then for Extreme Prosthetics, she works with Linda and also Mike Marino.
Interesting.
And has for years and years, I guess. Yeah, Oscars, Met Ball.
Huh.
I wonder how much she pays these people.
Probably a lot.
She would have to be in costume for a long time. Bad Bunny looked like an old man.
I actually thought that was really funny.
He looked amazing. He also like fully like leaned into it, like
He did.
like,
He got the
body-wise.
He was
cane.
walking weird.
Yeah.
Limping a little bit.
Yeah.
Sabrina Carpenter, I don't know if you saw her on the red carpet before she went on stage.
on the
but-
red carpet.
or the white carpet, or whatever they call it. Hey. Somebody said, there's one of the people like yelled out to her and they're like, "What's your favorite movie, Sabrina?" And she just turns around and goes, "Shrek 2," and then leaves. I'm like,
That's amazing.
That's a good poll. Shrek 2 is funny.
I love her. Now, Connor and Hudson, they look fantastic. And did they
so
have
good.
multiple outfits? Oh, I guess he just took his coat off.
He took his coat off, Connor, for the red carpet, like for the photos. But yeah, he had a blazer on before. But then for the after party, they both changed, and just all around incredible outfits.
Like that's still. This time last year, we had no idea who. Like,
I know
how special is that? And it was Vogue, I think they did a Get Ready With Me video that came out yesterday. It was
for
Vogue,
Connor.
right?
Yeah.
And he was like in the hotel room, Connor getting ready for the gala, and like he was in his makeup chair, and obviously he knows he's a star and is leaning into that, but he's still so humble. He's still so kind.
He's so sweet. It seems.
There's this glimmer of like that would be crazy to go, and he seems
I
very
can't imagine.
aware and like conscious in a good way about it. Not like, oh my God, constantly, this is crazy. He's just like, here I am, and he just seems very present.
I agree with you. I think he's first off, the both of them always show up dressed well, which is
They're so hot.
They actually look
hell yeah,
great. But there's I can't imagine, like, listen, a lot of people would love to be famous, right? We know that. And have the accompanying riches and having people that take care of things for you and whatever. But I think it's got to be really jarring when it happens really fast. Like a lot of artists are like, I worked for 10 years, blah, blah. And it's not that he didn't, but that show was like a budget show, a budget Canadian show. And that explosiveness, I can't imagine how does your personal life change? Can you go to the grocery store? You know what I mean? Like that's what I think about.
They can't do anything anymore. And also like the way in which your social landscape would change, the people that you trust, the people that like all of a sudden, want to be associated with you or come out of the woodwork. Like that would be really, I hope he has a really good therapist, and I bet he does because he's perfect.
I hope
Both
he
of
has
them
a
are
really good therapist.
No,
I
but
like
that would be really also the extreme anxiety that would come with that.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
That's what I thought about,
Yeah,
man.
being
Because I think that would
perceived.
be, well, because also think about it like this. Like, we're anxious people. So sometimes, Jax, when something really good happens for us, what's the instant thought?
When and how will it burn down, and why don't I deserve this? Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's imposter
Yeah.
syndrome. We all know that.
Yeah.
But-
Self-saboteur.
Yes. But
Yeah.
I would say that they seem to be holding it together pretty
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
And I'm not, by the way, speaking of something you said on the podcast a few weeks ago about Justin Bieber at Coachella, I think really rung with a lot of people. Like I think a lot of people resonated with that. The clips that we put on TikTok and Instagram, people that, have never listened to this show came in and said, "I'm so glad you said that. You're talking about Justin's mental health and that sort of
Yeah.
thing." And I think, him not being there last night, I thought, okay, so you go, okay, Haley, you go have fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay home. That kind of thing's
Yeah.
just not for me. It's taking yourself out of situations that are chaotic like
Yeah.
that, where everybody's screaming you at the
Yeah.
red carpet and you're going, I just don't think I want this.
We have very as a society have very toxic seasons with Justin. He was just celebrated. Like he was in his element performing. But whenever he's like doing things that he has to do, that we expect him to do, that he like does for work, we pick him apart.
We do.
I don't think he wants to be at these things that we pick him apart at. So it's like, stay home.
Stay home.
He's got a slipper line, you know?
Yeah.
Like stay home. My guy, he's watching the kid. Hopefully stay home in your slippers.